Now this is a match in Top Cut that you're not going to want to miss. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Now this is Lunalight versus Tenpai. Now Tenpai is always going to be a menace running around in these 1-on-1 formats. We've seen it continuously, but Tenpai gets to go second here, which is exactly what they want to do. So you are going to be starting off with the Essential Lunalight combo here, which is going to be, you know, one of the best new pieces that we got in terms of support here. I gotta check our hand a good couple of times here to see. We've also opened up the Fractal, so we'll also be able to get another piece with that. So you're gonna see the Yellow Martin going down here. I'm gonna go ahead, trigger up Mr. Martin to do its thing here. We're going to see the Masquerade coming into rotation here. Masquerade is such an insanely good card. You're going to see the trade-off here for the Fractal triggering, milling off another one of our mighty new pieces that we've gotten throughout the years here, which is just good. We're going to see the Masquerade coming down. Masquerade is going to go ahead and resolve here, which is going to dump off the Black Sheep. We have so much good value here, it's nuts. Holy crap. So, we're going to get ashed, which, you know, the fact that we had to blow an ash somewhere along the way here was good. We're going to see the Poly coming down here, which is fine. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and get the Perfume Dancer here. Alright, so now that we've got the Perfume Dancer coming in, I'm going to see we're going to get a free Poly back by trading off that Fua. I mean, had we gone into another position, I think that Fua would have been a lot better. We're going to see the, hello, Perfume time, going ahead and bringing back Kaleido. This is where all of the dumping begins. So we get the big name down, all right, and then, of course, Masquerade's going to allow us to trigger up and do all the banishing that we're going to want to here on a Poly activation, which is going to be insane when we do get to that turn. We're going to go ahead and banish the Perfume. Go ahead and ditch off the Fractal, which is fine. Alright, going ahead, and now we have the Pendulum Scale of Doom. Now that we got this scale, now we're going to get to start to do all of the fun things. Scale on up, go ahead and recur back our piece here. Alright, which we'll go ahead and get back the new one back to the field. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the bouncing back on the Perfume. So we have two cards in hand. What are we going to end on here? Should be ending on at least one big boss monster. Maybe an SP. I'm going to go ahead and link into Baguska, I would assume. Oh no, we're going for Gallant Granite. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so Gallant Granite's going to go ahead and get us a nib here, which is basically going to kind of foolproof us if the opponent thinks that they're going to get an opportunity to do anything. Now we're going to go ahead and link out into the SP. Man, actually having that nib be foolproof is really, really funny, actually, because if we can do anything, we'll go ahead and kick the ash out of the graveyard. All right. We should have a polymerization access point. We're going to, okay, scale down first. Scale back body. All right, body back, hello. Go ahead and use effect to dump out of deck. We haven't seen Emerald Bird yet, but we're going to drop the Black Sheep here. All right. So go ahead, Yellow Martin, bounce back. Hello, Martin. Glad to have you back on the field. Massively inconveniencing us, as per usual. All right, so now we'll make the Baguska, and then we'll slam down the Poly, which will go ahead and banish out. The fact that you just get to banish the 4 here, not even a question. You know, you've done everything that your deck set out to do. We'll go ahead and make our big inconvenience for the opponent to deal with. And, hey, look! Lunalights did their job. Opponent had one hand trap. It was cool. It was very interesting. You know, it was a chance to try to do something. So, Tenpai, you got a Lava Golem? If you've got a board breaker here, it's very good. All right, so we're going to just deploy Genroku. I mean, okay. I mean, Genroku's coming down, albeit in defense mode. It's not very good. We have an inconveniencing problem here. And it's labeled this giant big attacker. So we are going to see a Sat 1. Okay, I mean, wonder what that could be. What single card would a Tenpai player be playing to try to pad this down and make sure that we just don't auto lose the game. I truly wonder, or is this game just about to be over here? So, especially with an SP and all of this, it's interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take our base here. We'll go ahead and get our detach on the Baguska. Hey, look, we got a piece back in the graveyard. Can't wait to combo back up with that in a second. It's so good. All right. Being this Tenpai player, it's got to be the most frustrating thing in the world because you didn't see a board breaker. You didn't see, you know, something like a lava golem to break over this. You didn't, you know, you have no way to deal with this Baguska. Well, the problem was you need to deal with Baguska 1, and then you needed to deal with the other two problems which were next to it, which was SP and the Liger. And that's just not that valuable. So we'll see the scale coming down here. Time to go ahead, start back up the free-body dance like we're used to seeing. We're going to go ahead and see a link out with the SP and that to make Azalea. So this is kind of cool. So we're going to try to pop something here with the Azalea, which is not a terrible idea. The Azalea, I think there's only one, looks like there's not a lot of spells down. So we're going to see the Chaining of the Forbidden Crown. So this is the one time in the universe where this crown is broken, because this crown is going to make this Genroku untargetable, untributable. It's going to be indestructible for a whole turn. It's just going to be waving at the opponent going, what are you going to do about it? Well, we're playing Lunalights. So there's a little bit of a debate here on if the Azalea ends up popping itself, because the target can't actually go away. You'll see the correction here in a second as we have to put the Azalea back up, which is kind of interesting. You know, you only go away. So you're going to see the picking back up of the graveyard here, the rechecking of a couple resources, and then you see the crown, and then the correction of the Azalea. All right, so we're back in motion here. All right, just a little bit of the more you know ruling, I guess. Good to keep our Azalea up and running, and that's fine. So we have a protector, we have a castle. We just got to get the game back to our next turn so that we can try to do something. The only downside here is there's a lot of stuff. So Baguska's going to go into attack mode. Oh boy, we're going to see a second Masquerade slamming down on the table. I can't imagine that this is going to be all that good for us, because the more the Masquerades start to generate the advantage, I feel like there's going to be more problems that we're going to have to deal with. And that's not exactly good, because having to deal with another Liger Dancer is not what you want to see. So we're going to see the milling here. We're going to see this piece go ahead and get out the new one. We'll go ahead and trigger that up. I don't remember their names, I'm sorry. I just know that, you know, one that does an extra dumb Kaleido sends from extra deck or deck to change. You know, you get all the extra pieces back with the scale. So we are going to see the trigger poly adding back to our hand. We're going to see, hey look, free value. So good. All right. Polymerization activation. We're going to go ahead and fuse 2. We're making a perfume dancer now. Okay. So I guess this is just there's a cool method to the madness of this turn, and it's actually really good. So you see the poly. All right, hello, goodbye nib, get out of here. So we're gonna grab the perfume here. So things to note now: we have not normal summoned yet, which I think is very, very crucial to what this turn is progressing into. So we're gonna see the perfume slamming down here, going ahead and getting a Kaleido Chick back out. Now, what's really interesting about this, we're going to go ahead and send Kaleido here. We're going to go ahead and drop down this. So we have to get to a couple pieces. So we'll go ahead and bring this back. We're going to go ahead and activate the poly here to go ahead and fuse off the 3 here. All right, so we've got all 4. Here comes the second Liger Dancer, which is important for what we're setting up. So Kaleido, poly, can't do that. All right, so we have to get to one more piece of the puzzle, and you get to see Lunalight do something absolutely hilarious. All right, so you're going to see the perfume here, the ditching of the scale. We're going to go search for this. This is going to give our Lunalights piercing damage. Deploy this, and now we get to battle over and deal damage to the opponent. All right, slam in, piercing damage, piercing damage, piercing damage, piercing damage. What a hilarious way to lose. But congratulations to the advancement of Lunalight of all. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.